It's Thursday. Let's get crack-a-lackin'. This week was pet peeves about the One Direction fandom, and we were supposed to make a list of 10. That wasn't very hard for me, so hope you don't get offended. While this list is in no particular order, number 1 is jokes. And you all know what I'm talking about. Carrots, spoons, pussy, Nando's, what's happening? All those things that were funny for a grand total of 5 seconds. And when those grand totals of 5 seconds were over, it was no longer funny, and it was irritating. And then it manifested into a million URLs and Twitter names, and you're not a fan if you don't like carrots or something. Like all those stupid things that just have become dumb and irritating. I'm not going to go chase a pigeon. I'm not going to stop using spoons. I'm not going to throw a carrot at Louie. Not happening. And can I talk about spoons for 5 seconds? Liam does actually use spoons. He uses his own spoon in his house. He just doesn't use spoons at restaurants. So okay, jokes. Stop. They're funny for 5 seconds, and then they're not funny anymore. End of discussion. Number 2 is a pet peeve of mine that I mostly see on Twitter. It's people wishing for the past. Say, before What Makes You Beautiful, or before they came to America and were number 1 when there were less fans. Okay, it just irritates me to my core. Because guess what? You're not gonna get that back. You can't go back in time. You can't push fans out of the way. Just be grateful you were there to experience these things, and that you can say you were there, and if you really want to go back in time, just go watch the videos. That's all the advice I can give you. Just stop complaining and putting it all over my timeline, because it's irritating and makes me want to unfollow every single fan. Number 3 is thinking you're better than the last fan because you've been here for longer. I don't care if you've been here since yesterday. I don't care if you've been here since Liam first did his first audition in 2008 on X Factor. It doesn't matter. You're still a fan. We all had to be there in the beginning to learn things and watch all these videos, and had to have people help us. We had to find our place in this fandom. So don't think you're better just because you watched Torn when it aired, or you were there when What Makes You Beautiful premiered. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Fans are fans. You're not any better. It just makes you sound arrogant and stupid. It makes nobody want to talk to you. So just chill out. Number 4 is Twitter. Now, I've gotten to the point where I literally almost hate One Direction fans on Twitter because they are so irritating and annoying. They make up the stupidest trending topics. I'm sorry, I'm not going to trend a topic that's one deer full or replace such and such lyrics with carrots. This goes right back to the joke. It's just dumb. They're the ones who hold on to all these things. They're the ones complaining about everything. They're also the ones who start fights. Such as the US and the UK fighting over which fans are better and which ones the boys get. I'm sorry, I didn't know they were owned. They're not owned by the UK, that's where they live. And UK don't complain about us because they're here for a long time. It's their career, not yours. And Australia don't think you're better than everybody else just because you get funny interviews or shirtless pictures. You're no better. Stop fighting about it. It's stupid and dumb. Just, Twitter's irritating. I literally just want to kind of not have a Twitter because what fans on there are just so irritating. Number 5 is the whole directioner/directionator ordeal. Now, if anyone called me a directioner, I would probably slap them across the face. I don't like being called directioner because the term has been so manipulated by fans. To me, a directioner should simply be a fan of One Direction. No subtitles with, "You're only a directioner if you don't have a favorite. You're only a directioner if you don't use spoons. You're only a directioner if you've listened to Torn 10 million times." No. A directioner is simply someone who's a fan of One Direction. So don't call me a directioner. And this directionator crap. Who cares? Like, who cares? Okay, someone has a favorite and loves one more than the other. Oh my god, they're a directionator. Oh my god, someone spells Zayn's name wrong the first time they ever hear about him. Oh my god, someone says Louie's name wrong. Directionator. Do you know how dumb you sound? Just stop. just Number 6 is one that's coming up a bit more recently lately. Breaking the so-called fourth wall. Now, if you're not a theater person, it basically just means the things that should never be shown to them ever. Such as fanfics, or man-nips, or things like that. That whole thing with Demi and Liam never should have been sent to Danielle. The fanfic, Room 317, which I have never read, but I've heard is wonderful, and very sexual, should definitely not be sent to Liam's best friend and put as a trending topic on Twitter, which goes right back to the whole Twitter thing. Okay, no. There's a wall there. Don't cross it. It makes them think we're nuts. Yes, we are, but they don't need to know that beyond screaming and everything else. So just don't break that wall. It's a precious, precious wall that allows us to function correctly. This one's particularly irritating to me. Number 7, worshipping the girlfriends. Now, I don't have a problem with someone saying, oh, Eleanor is gorgeous. I say that. Or Liam and Danielle make a beautiful couple, which I don't agree with, but whatever. That's not really a problem. The problem to me is when you start making Twitters for them, or you start making a Tumblr dedicated to them. Why? They're not the ones singing, they're not the ones making the music, they're not the ones doing the interviews. Who cares? They're irrelevant. They're just like attach-ons to these boys. So, just stop. Like, what's the point? It's just creepy. Like, if you were their girlfriend, would you want them making a Tumblr about you and posting a whole bunch of pictures of you? Well, if you're Danielle, then yeah, you probably enjoy that quite a lot. But you know what I mean. It's dumb and makes you look desperate. Liking them isn't going to get you any closer to them. Sorry. Number 8 is basically when fans forget these boys are human and are going to do normal teenage boy things, such as Harry going on dates with numbers of girls. He's Harry Styles. If you think he's not going to take advantage of the fact that hundreds of girls want to date him and do things with him, you're an idiot. Lots of normal guys go on lots of dates, so why should Harry be any different? Alright, he's famous, that's why. Then we have Zayn. He likes to smoke, and he also likes to go out with girls, and maybe do more than that in hotel rooms with fans. But you get the point. He smokes. Stop freaking out about it. Yes, I don't approve of it, but it's a normal teenage thing to do. And yes, Zayn is a bit of a badass, okay? Get over it. Then we have Louis and his bad moods. Okay, everyone's gonna have a bad mood every once in a while. Yes, it sucks when you go to a signing and he's like being all moody and won't like say hi to fans. Yes, that sucks. I think that's rude. But you know what? It's okay, because when you're gone for 2 months from home, you get tired and irritated. So just get over it. And then we have Niall. Niall likes to party. Niall likes to drink. And yes, there are pictures of Niall smoking on the internet. Who cares? It's their life choice, not yours. They're teenagers. As I just said, Niall's gonna go get drunk. I actually think it's hilarious when Niall gets drunk. Okay. And then my favorite is when people think that Liam can't be anything other than innocent. He can be. He's 18. He's had sex. Trust me, he has. All of them have. You're deluded if you think that they're just perfect and innocent and have never done these things and don't go out and do these things. Just stop. Stop complaining and stop putting them in this little box. Number 9 is one of the most particularly irritating traits that I've come across, which is disrespecting fans and their opinions. Mostly I see this on Tumblr more than I do Twitter. So let's say that I make a post about how much I don't like Danielle. And then 5 seconds later I get an ask telling me that I'm a horrible person and I obviously don't support the boys and I'm not a directioner because I don't like Liam's girlfriend. That's ridiculous. Just because I don't like his girlfriend doesn't mean I don't like him, doesn't mean I don't support him and his music, and doesn't mean I'm not a directioner, which I'd probably slap you for saying to me anyway, as I said before. Like, people are gonna have different opinions than you. People are gonna ship Zari over Larry, Zam over Nam, or something like that. They're going to have a different opinion than you. So why would you go tell them they're awful people just because they have a different opinion? Like, What if you don't like my shirt? Are you gonna post a comment saying, oh, your shirt's ugly, you're an awful human being for picking it out? No, that's stupid. You're no better than somebody else because you ship the big ship Larry. You're no better if you think Louis is flawlessly a good singing and somebody else doesn't. You're no better if you support a girlfriend. You're just not. So just mind your own business and keep your opinions to yourself. Just respect others. That's just such a huge thing. That's part of the reason I hate this fandom so much, is because you can't say anything without someone grabbing down your throat or something. It's just stupid. Just be nice people. Number 10 is probably the biggest one for me, which is fans who don't want the boys to get any bigger for their own selfish reasons. Like, I don't want them to be iCarly because that means they'll get more 12-year-old fans. I don't want them to work with Bieber because that means they'll get Bieber's fans. I don't want them to go to Australia because that means they'll get more fans. I don't want them to go anywhere because that means they'll get them more fans. That's so disrespectful. You're being a horrible fan yourself by saying, I don't want them to get any bigger. So you're basically telling them, oh, we love you a lot, but we don't want you to get any bigger just because we want to meet you. What is the point? If they hadn't got any bigger, they wouldn't have come to America at all. They would have stayed in the UK, which I'm sure there are some UK fans who are perfectly fine with that idea. But guess what? They are this big global thing, and they have the ability to become bigger than they are, which right now seems weird and impossible. But it's true. They have this. They can be huge, and when I see people complaining all the time about, again, going back to the I wish they had less fans, I wish it was before this, I wish it was before this, you're just being selfish by just, you want them all to yourself. I understand that, yes, I want to meet them, yes, I want to go back and say, meet them with 10 people on it, but that's not going to happen anymore. Be happy for them. That's just a general rule for being a fan. Be happy for them. There's nothing else you can do. Be happy for them. Listen to their music. And enjoy it. What else do you need to do?